Let them play with courage. Let them play with focus. Let them leave it all out there and leave nothing back.
Let me know if you ready to get dollars, holla, cause we wildin' out. If you want it ready, steady, go. Fight the good fight because this is war. We won't go out without a fight. That's the way of a survivor, man. Lace up your boots cause the race is on. Ain't no one taking me out my zone. If you don't know what I'm coming for, if you ain't worthy, I'll take your throne. I put that on everything I love. Sweat and blood, but the best yet to come. Wanna stand up if you getting down. Put up your fists if you with it now. We them big hitters, so brace yourself. Just another notch up on the belt.
Survive. Hey, 2-0. Hey, man, it's hard to win the league, man. We 2-0, man. That's it.
Tighten up. Get loud. Put your hands up. Let the whole world hear this sound. We rise like champions. Let them know our time is now. Hey, tighten up. Hey, tighten up. Welcome to the big show.
We call this 2-0 Tuesday. It's the Mike Vrabel Show presented by Coca-Cola. I'm Mike Keith with the head coach. Titans win over Jacksonville by a final score of 33-30. Mike Vrabel, it was a heavyweight fight all the way. Each team landed big blows. Each team took some punches. In the end, the Titans are standing to be 2-0 for the first time in 12 years.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Mike. What an outstanding introduction and promo that was. That is a unbelievable introduction to this show. It is an upgrade from last year, and I am excited about it.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to all get better all the time, right, Coach?
Absolutely. We just got to continue to improve each and every week.
All right, let's get to Mike Vrabel's six-pack, 6 of the biggest plays from Sunday's win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Play number 1 has to be play number one, and we're talking about Ryan Tannehill to Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, a little trickeration here. We slipped Jonnu out the back door, and he did a heck of a job fighting his way through some traffic. And we need to get that ball tucked away there and work on breaking away from that safety maybe. But it was a huge play to start the game. It was well executed in practice. We had a lot of confidence in it, and I know we were excited to get that going here on the first play.
Impressive job by Jonnu in this situation, just taking off and running, not trying to make a bunch of moves, getting all he can. Wingard's a big safety. He took him on, but it ends up being a 63-yard gain, and 2 plays later, the Titans score a touchdown to go up 7-0. Jacksonville is driving on their possession, but then the defense comes through with a first for Christian Fulton.
Yeah, we were in a zone coverage there, and you could see that, Kamale did a nice job of being tight on his guy in his zone and got tipped up, and that's what you have to do. Now we need to block better so we can go score, but those are big plays, creates field position for the offense and a lot of momentum. And we were able to go in and score after this turnover. We've done that a few times already this year.
And that's the key, Mike. You take advantage of the takeaway and the 44-yard return. A 5-play, 30-yard drive culminates in a touchdown pass to a guy who's been playing some awfully good football early in the season, Corey Davis.
Yep, offensive line does a great job allowing Ryan to progress, sit back there in the pocket. We talk about high on the end line. And that's what Ryan did. He got it all over the hands and over the bodies, and Corey was able to go up and get it and did a great job of securing it, securing the catch through making sure that the ball survived the ground. But then you can see great protection right there, allowing Ryan to come back and hitting Corey there in the back of the end zone.
Speaking of going and get it, let's turn to the second half. A touchdown pass, the 4th of the game for Ryan Tannehill. This one to Adam Humphries, and he went and got it.
Again, you see, the protection could have been better, but that Ryan put it in a spot, and Hump went and got it, and he's done a lot of really nice things for us and done some good work on third down, and it's good to see him be able to get a big-time touchdown catch here the other day.
Game's tied at 30 apiece, 1:36 to go. You call on Steven Gostkowski to try a 49-yarder to take the lead.
Yep, felt good with the way he was striking it, and then he had the great kick at the end of half there, and then this one, no doubt about this one right here through the middle, up into the net. Well executed. We'd like to take some more clock down there and get conversions, but it didn't work out that way, so the defense had to go back out there.
53 seconds to go, clock counting. 2nd and 1 for Jacksonville at their own 45, and Jeffrey Simmons and Harold Landry combined to end it.
Well, do a nice job here getting into the throwing lane. I thought that everybody communicated. We were lined up. There wasn't any panic getting set. Led to tight coverage. Quarterback had to go a different direction. You know, we've been emphasizing getting our hands up all day. Didn't do it as well as we should have, but, you know, ultimately that play right there won us the game.
2nd career interception for Harold Landry. Not always an easy thing to do for a guy who spent his career as a defensive lineman at Boston College, but he secures the catch all the way to the ground and puts it away. A no-doubter for Harold Landry, Coach.
Yeah, that was just a great play. The guys were excited. It was a tough day. And sometimes it goes that way in this league. You know, Kevin Byard said at the intro that, you know, it's tough to win in this league, and it is. And so we are going to enjoy being 2-0 for our first time here together as a coaching staff and as a team. But we have to improve quickly.
When we come back, it's time for the Bridgestone Clutch Performance Play of the Game. You're going to like this one. This is the Mike Vrabel Show, presented by Coca-Cola. The Bridgestone Clutch Performance Play of the Game is up next on the Mike Vrabel Show. Let's take a look at the play with 12 seconds to go in the first half. You coach it, you teach it, and Joshua Kalu listens.
Well, they're looking for an opening. They're trying to scrib it there late in the half with 12 seconds. He secures it, gets down on the ground, takes only 2 seconds off the clock. And what you're going to be able to see us do is to get into position and understand he's looking for these openings. And so we try to move late. Okay, you can see Kalu kind of move and get in the way of that ball when the kicker picks a spot that he's going to try to hit it through. Thought it was, you know, well coached, well executed, and we got down on it. And then offensively hit a big play, and we're in down timeout mode. And then Steven was able to knock down a 51-yarder.
So Kalu makes that play. So a couple things. That was not an onside kick. And that was also what you wanted to have happen. You wanted Kalu to do that, right?
Absolutely. That's them trying to bunt that ball down there to take up some time, to eat up, 6 or 7 seconds. And Craig Aukerman and Ryan Crowe have done a great job of coaching that and trying to get these guys to knock it down like a third baseman or a first baseman, to knock it down, keep it in front of them, and then get on the football. To save some time for our offense. I mean, we're 15 yards there from a field goal, which is exactly what we did.
So the Titans get 3 points at the end of the first half when no one expects it, and the Titans end up winning by 3 points. When we come back, Delta Dental Guess the Titan. Can Mike Vrabel get to 500? Can he get to 1 for 2? We find out next. Mike Vrabel Show, presented by Coca-Cola, rolls on with the Delta Dental Guess the Titan feature. This is the part of our show where your head coach guesses a player based on a picture of him as a young person. Sometimes it's as a baby, and in this case, what'd you say? He's like 5 or 6?
The whole thing is like camo. All I literally can see is a camo jacket.
Let's show it again.
This is botched.
So he can
I need
see
a better picture, or I refuse.
It's a current Titans player. It's not one of your children.
I know. There's like a glare on this studio monitor. It's like a faceless person.
You want to go to something else and then we'll come back?
No, we'll go with it.
All right, so you've got your guess. You're ready.
Yeah, it's Anthony Firkser.
Anthony Firkser.
Yeah.
Survey says Adam Humphries.
Adam Humphries. I actually want the hard copy next week. I want the picture in my hand so that I can look at it. It's so botched. It's rigged. This game is rigged, is what it is.
Delta Dental loves this feature. Can you see why? They get so much pub. Rackley Roofing is another fine sponsor of our program, and they are the sponsor of the Rackley Roofing Tough Titan of the Game. Another guy with good hands. Here's A.B. Wells standing by with Harold Landry.
Minshew pumps, throws, ball batted in the air, intercepted! Intercepted! Yes! Harold Landry!
All right, Harold, for starters, tell me a little bit about that interception to win the game. Tell me what you were seeing and really walk me through that play.
You know, we knew preparing for this game that they were going to get the ball out quick. So I think Jeff did a great job of knowing that and getting his hands up. When we saw the quarterback about to throw the ball, he was able to tip it up, you know, and I seen it happen. So I knew that it was going to be around the crowd, so I knew I just had to go up and attack the ball, and it came down with it.
I know as a defense there are some plays that you guys might want to have back, but you seem to continue to make plays when it counts. What is it about this defensive group of guys that no matter what, when your number is called, you're able to go out and make that play?
I feel like not even as a defense, but as a team, you know, I feel like Braves and the staff, they do a great job preparing us for all the situations that could happen in the game. And we go out there and we just execute, I feel like, in those situations.
You've got a lot of young guys on the defensive side of the ball who are stepping up, a lot of rookies who are having to play after having such a bizarre offseason. How proud of you of what they've been able to do in these first two games?
You know, I'm happy for them getting the opportunity, you know, and I'm proud of what they've been able to do so far. But I feel like, you know, this league is about, you know, improving each week. And, you know, the teams that improve each week are going to be the teams that, you know, make it in the end. So, you know, we just got to make sure, you know, all of us, you know, watch the film and make the corrections and just focus on keep improving as a team.
Not having fans in the stands, and this was the first game at Nissan Stadium where there were no fans anywhere. How much did that impact the momentum or the kind of energy that you were feeling, especially when things might not be going your way?
We knew coming in that the atmosphere was going to be the atmosphere that it was, and that we had to make plays and feed off each other. And, you know, I think we did that. I felt like, you know, the offense did a great job making plays consistently. Everyone was trying to feed off that energy. It's really awesome to start off 2-0. But, you know, like I said before, we just got to, myself included, just focus on, like, improving each week.
All right, Harold, thank you so much for being our Rackley Roofing Tough Titan. Everybody stick around. There's a lot more of the Mike Vrabel Show coming up, including the Nissan Keys to Success. Stick around.
He needs 2 yards to keep this game moving on.
You see what you're made of when you go through something tough.
Steady rainfall.
And yeah, it's been a tough year. But Tennesseans are built for this. Grit passed down through generations. We look for it. We like it that way.
Football is back, baby.
Tough. Tennessee tough.
The Mike Vrabel Show, presented by Coca-Cola, continues with a new feature on the show this year, which is a nod to 2020 and maybe a nod to being Tennessee tough. We're having to do things differently in this year in so many different ways. And so our attempt through a feature called Inside the Titans is to pull back the curtain and show you some of the different aspects of the organization and how they're going about their business in this most odd year, 2020. Here's Inside the Titans. First up, actually, Titans Radio.
I mean, what an atmosphere, even without anybody in the stand. You can feel it. You can feel that this is for real.
Moments before kickoff, the Tennessee Titans opening the season against the Denver Broncos in the final game.
What is up? Hey there. Good morning. Time to ride. Let's go to Denver. Let's go to Denver. A little rainy, a little overcast, putting it mildly, in Nashville today. So we're excited to get to Denver, go get through security and get this done. Come on. Brett Bryan in the house.
Yes, sir. Let's go do this. Let's do this. Monday Night Football. Let's do it.
Let's rock.
Let's go. Thank you.
It's a nod to 2020 and COVID.
Get share packages of Joe. The fresh breath is a priority.
Rental cars. Not quite as easy in Denver as you might think.
No, it's hard to get a Porsche, too.
So normally we would actually ride a bus with the equipment staff. Get off the charter, ride the bus, takes you straight under. This is a completely different challenge because now you got to find your way into the stadium, which isn't always an easy thing to do. So we're going to figure out where we're going and go from there.
What's up, Titans fans? Jonathan Hutton from Titans Radio here at my home in Murfreesboro. The guys are in Denver getting things set up in the booth. I'll be doing the broadcast pregame, halftime, postgame from right here at the home office.
Not a shortage of hand sanitizer everywhere in the building.
In any other year, this place would be loaded with fans top to bottom. But tomorrow night, in a pandemic, it's cardboard cutouts of fans. Broncos everywhere.
The first time I've had my temperature taken to a football game. I think I had to have my temperature taken once for a Little League football game. But since then, first time.
It's amazing to see this. 11 months ago, we were here, and every seat was filled. The Broncos have sold out every home game since week 1 of the 1970 season. And tonight, there won't be anybody here.
All right, I gotta let you guys know how bizarre it is being out here right now. As you can see, there's nobody here. So the Titans run out onto the field, and it's silent. Like there were boos, and one awkward coach was like clapping because he felt like he should.
At the 21, he's in the gun.
Titans are in man coverage.
Fires quickly, right side pass is caught. Ball's out, and I think the Titans have it. Fired, forcing the fumble on the quick screen.
Hey, Hut, you got your mic muted? Can she hear? Yeah.
It took everything they had, but they finish it out. Final score, Tennessee 16, Denver 14. As the Titans come to the Mile High City and for the first time in 33 years, get it done again.
Titans Football 2020 on Titans Radio.
Well, it's good to have this one behind us. Never done an entire broadcast in a mask. It's a new world we're in. And so to be able to make the trip, come to Denver, be a part of an NFL broadcast and know that we're doing it the right way and keeping everybody safe. You know, team gets a win, we consider it a win too.
Thanks to the guys with Titans Radio and Amy Wells as well for making it happen, Mike Vrabel, in what is an incredibly difficult situation. So many more things to consider than we ever imagined before.
Absolutely. What a cool piece. I think that, unfortunately, you tried to hog it a little bit, Mike. I would have rather seen everybody else that was involved that actually does a lot of the hard work. But those are the people that we don't get to see each and every day. Don't palms up me, Mike. But listen, they do such great work to share the message to our fans. And we as a football team are appreciative of that message that goes out. I know that you and Dave share in our message through the team. And again, I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the work that they put in to make that broadcast as good as it is.
Thanks for the last part of what you said. When we come back, the Mike Vrabel Show presented by Coca-Cola turns to keys. Turn a key on a Nissan. The Nissan keys to the game against Minnesota. Dad joke as we go to break. Nissan keys to success time. The opponent, Minnesota. The Titans on the road in Minneapolis. Coach, let's start with defense. And you're saying this defense has got to get better on third down.
It has to. It has to. We're not going to win any more football games if we can't get off the field. Offense is able to extend drives and wear us down, and that leads to points. And so we're going to have to get off the field. We're going to have to rush and cover, and we're going to have to do it a lot better pretty quickly.
Second key point, you want to talk about your run game, and you say the Titans must be more efficient with the run game on offense.
Well, I think efficient and even more coordinated at times. There's just too many opportunities for us to gain more yards in a run game than what's been out there. I don't think it's a lack of toughness or effort. I just think it's about coordinating it and continuing to be efficient and letting it help us set up the rest of our offense.
And then your final key to success, again sponsored by Nissan, is change field position, win field position in the return game.
Yeah, just create it and create the field position and also some momentum. You know, we've got a guy in Khalif Raymond that's willing, has done a good job of catching the football, but we got to get this punt return and this kickoff return, especially if they're going to give us opportunities to return the ball in a kickoff return phase. You know, we're going to have to do better than what we did last week to be able to create that field position for our offense.
Mike Vrabel, as always, thank you so much for the time. Let's go get 3-0 in Minnesota.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you making this easy for me.
He's Mike Vrabel. This is the Mike Vrabel Show presented by Coca-Cola. Mike Keith says thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.